This is Sparta!
Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Tanks. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we have Slick, we've got J-Rock, we've got Terror, and we've got Godfather with us in a full platoon, which you rarely ever see on this channel. But occasionally it does happen. Sometimes we get enough people together and we just like, you know what? Let's go destroy the Reds. And that's pretty much what's about to happen. You know, even when it's just Terror and I, bad things abound. When you add a bunch of other people that know what they're doing, it's generally not a good thing for the Reds. And you can go on ridiculous win streaks. And we do, on occasion. You guys remember Terror and I know Nightmares was there in the light tanks, and we had like a 16-game win streak. Yeah, pretty ridiculous, right? Well, we had pretty close to that in our heavy tanks this time. Now, they're not in their heavy tanks right now, but we did have pretty close to I don't know, 10 or 12-game winning streak this day. On this day in history, Spartan Elite and his friends played ridiculous, and they won ridiculous. Anyway, I know, I'm a dork. I don't know why you guys watch me. I'm just a dork. And we've already had somebody get deleted. That's not preferable. But, moving on. I'm trying to get away from saying the same things over and over again. You guys make me self-conscious. I can't help it. Like, I don't expect it. Now, we're on airfield, and I'm going to make a play that I feel is very important when you're against two T-92s. And that is to take this hill at all costs. Which means I'm going to put myself in harm's way to make the play to keep the enemy at bay. Now, we talked about this yesterday where I was in the Platoon. Now, we have a tortoise back there. I miss and hit the armor of the tortoise. That's not preferable. But you can see, in this position, I am not hittable by their artillery because their artillery is playing like goofs, and they're in the left side of the map. And I know they're in the left side of the map because, let's be real, I know artillery pretty well, and not very many people take their T-92s to the right side over at C1, like I take my M55. So, that allows us to push up to this point, keeping the Reds from pushing in. Now, the IS-7's thinking about it, but he knows that he's exposing himself. Now, we've got a guy down to my right. I got to be careful there. But if I look and shoot him, I know they're going to pull up and shoot me from the front. So, I'm trying to keep these guys at bay. I'm trying to bounce as much as I can, and of course, as soon as I start to look, another IS-7 pulls up to try to get on my right side. I put a round into one IS-7, and they're shooting at the armor of a Death Star, which is not where you want to be shooting. And this IS-7 here is thinking about it. He's squaring up. Do I have a shot? And we bounce off the bottom plate of an IS-7. Thank you, 152 with inadequate penetration. Thank you. That's exactly what what are you doing, IS-7? You just saw me hit the other guy. Why would you? Okay, 700 damage later, and he's tracked. Now, I was hoping that somebody else would keep him tracked there, because I would love to get reloaded, but however, he's like, nope, sorry, I'd rather fight 3 people than, ouch, you friggin' punk. Darn you and your T-30 and your hull down, too. But I'm going to put a round on you just to scare you. Now, we go ahead and repair the engine, repair the tracks. This is still anybody's ball game. Both teams have lost 2 tanks. So, it could go either way. Now, our left side's being pushed pretty hard, but there's a couple tank destroyers back there to help out. And I believe J-Rock is in the light tank. He's in the Sheridan Derp, you know, just like I ran, except he's got 3 marks of excellence. Now, we pull up, we hit the guy, and then Terror just deletes him. Terror's in a hunt to try to get his 2nd mark of excellence on his Death Star. And so, yeah, that's one of the things we're working on, trying to get him his 2nd mark of excellence there. Now, we have an IS-7 over here in the center of the map behind us. We've made good strides, but if we can get a shot, there's just a rock in the way, and then he gets away, and it's not perfect. I don't like it. But we have made a perfect push, and they have made a perfect push. Because now they have gotten away from us, and we have kept ourselves from being flanked. Now, I decided to come over here and try to get rid of the artillery. And I'm going to have a pucker factor 9,000 in a moment. Because I tunnel vision a guy really hard. You notice their arties are in a party, right? They have two T-92s and they are in a party. So, yeah. Keep an eye for the T-92. You see one of them, right? Look at the other one that I just drove right past. Yeah, just completely drove past him. Now, I've got this guy. I know I can kill him in one shot. And then I look to my right and I'm like, oh my God! And I throw it in reverse just in time for him to completely whiff the shot. Now, his lack of gun depression really screwed him on that. And now he knows that he's toast. And I put the shot through his superstructure. I didn't want a chance bouncing. His superstructure is mostly flat and it's very thin, so no chance of bouncing. No goofy things are happening to me. Now, I have high explosive loaded due to the fact that everybody that's left is pretty low armored. So I was thinking, I should be able to get a shot on these light tanks. Wait for it. Got out. Pow! It's a whopping 300 damage. Yep, sorry, high explosive. I'm done with you. You done irritated me. I'm done. Nope. Now, as you can see, everybody in our platoon is alive except for Godfather and his artillery. Because usually, if you're in a tier 10 artillery, unless you're in the bat chat, you're pretty much immobile. And, I mean, the T-92 did get an engine upgrade, but it's still pretty slow. But you're not getting away when the light tanks push a flank. And our team completely crushes the resistance over there. And that leaves 4 of us versus one lonely Death Star, who I already knew where he was because he's not very original, and he's sitting up here behind the mountain. Now, I tell my team this. I'm like, hey, guys, he's up here behind the mountain. They're like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, that was his last known position. I saw him. And I'm fairly confident he never moved. But we're about to find out. Now, J-Rock is circling behind, or in front of where this Death Star is sitting, and I am coming up the other flank. Perfect pincher maneuver. One guy. He can't shoot us both if we're on both sides of him. Luckily for J-Rock, I happen to come in first. He sees me, turns around, which gives J-Rock and his derp gun his booty. And then he shoots me with armor piercing from a Death Star. Why? Why do people use armor piercing in a Death Star? Poor guy. He's got 600 health left, and J-Rock is now on his booty. I try to aim the shot and put it in him, but unfortunately, J-Rock finishes his derp aiming before I do. And of course, he puts him down. But we had a very, very decent game all around for our team. So what do we end up with? 4,000 damage, 2,600 assisted, 4,000 block, 2 kills, crucial contribution, sniper medal in a 152, and we're all at the top of the leaderboard. Except Godfather and his arty. So if you like what we're doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.